What is going on, guys? It is Ty the Jeep Guy, and this video is all about the craziness that went on before Jeep Camp and all the stuff I had to do to get Judith ready for the event. We had a ton of maintenance and some upgrades that led to some pretty late nights. Thanks, Denver and Nathan. Really late nights, I should say. We did a little bit of pre-running to make sure the trail is ready for all the people coming out for the event, and we did a little bit of rest and relaxation to make sure I'm ready for the event. For those of you that don't know, Jeep Camp is hosted by our local Jeep club, Black Hills Jeeps, and it's where we take a bunch of folks out into the trail system and guide them through some of the harder rock crawling routes all the way to some of the easy stuff that gets out to the scenic and the historic places here in the Black Hills. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's just jump right into it. So one of the first projects that we're going to try and get done tonight is putting in an Add-A-Leaf. Now this Add-A-Leaf is going to help with the amount of weight I've got in the back there. My leaf springs now take an absolute beating from all this weight. The refrigerator, my steel bumper, my spare tire. So I've got to do that. And on top of that, I picked up a couple of new bump stops.
Pocketbooks.
They're bump stops. Bump stops. So we're going to bump stop the rear a little bit to keep it from eating these nice fenders I've got from the Purier Precision product. So let's get started on that. It is the next day and we're back in the shop, and last night was easy compared to what we have to do today. Last night we set up the leaf springs with the Add-A-Leaf, we did the bump stops, and everything's already settling in nicely. Tonight we have a laundry list to accomplish. We've got the JCR 1-ton steering, we have got Timken wheel bearings and possibly axle seals. We'll see how far we get into that. Brakes, I've got Synergy ball joints, I've got an Iron Rock off-road track bar. We're pretty much rebuilding the front end, and we can waste no time because we have to do a little bit of guiding tomorrow as well. Oh, so let's get this thing put together. I'm gonna set you up on a hyperlapse and we'll get it done. Let's get it started. It is the next day once again, and we are now out pre-running trails for Jeep Camp. We're pre-running my section. There's a couple guys, I think from California, Arizona, a little bit of everywhere, that wanted to see around the trail system. So I figured what better way to pre-run than to take some folks down. So let's go ahead and check out how the day goes. Give me passenger, there we go. Keep on coming. Oh, it wants it. All right, come on up and keep her a little driver. There you go, driver. Oh, same song again. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Well, it is the next day, 4 days in a row, and we're still grinding out to get ready for Jeep Camp. Today is going to be a lot more basic maintenance and a couple things that actually are really common on a Cherokee that I just need to get taken care of. So let's go ahead and get stuff taken apart. I've got to do spark plugs, I've got a coil pack conversion to do, I got to fix my injector harness leads, so there's a couple things we got to square away today. After that, we have got 1 week until Jeep Camp. So fingers crossed today goes smooth. We did a lot of stuff. The other night we were up till like 4:40 in the morning doing the wheel bearings, the JCR 1-ton steering. Now my axle seals are leaking, so that's great, but I might have something that we install when we do that. We'll see how that goes. So let's go ahead and start cranking out this basic maintenance. Now my Jeep is 23 years old, so the fact that this is happening, I'm not really surprised. I mean, Chrysler's also not really well known for their wiring, so I'm not surprised this is happening. But the injector wire harnesses, that casing that's around it is cracking, and that could cause major issues. I mean, that could even be a fire hazard. So I picked up from Case Suspension a couple of injector wire harness leads. We're gonna go ahead and cut the old ones off and solder those in real quick. I was able to get those connectors soldered on. I fired it up and it actually seems like my random misfire went away. So fingers crossed that's what it was. For now I'm going to hold off on those spark plugs and that Case Suspension coil pack conversion deal. If it does come back up, I'll go ahead and do that, which you'll see in the next clip if it comes up. If not, it'll be the next day. Well, it is the next day once again. 5 days in a row we have been doing this video to show you the road to Jeep Camp. Now this is the last day I'm going to show you guys. I gotta do a test run on all my camping gear to make sure it's ready to go and I'm going to be comfortable for those 4 days. Unfortunately my check engine light's back, so there's that. It's probably going to be plugs or the coil pack somewhere along there, so I got to figure that out still. The Jeep drove great. I just got it back from alignment, and that 1-ton steering from JCR is awesome. Changed the whole feel of the vehicle. However, I do have to figure out a differential skid that's going to work with this thing. I had a diff cover, but it just stuck out a little too far, so I had some clearance issues there. However, I think I've got what I need figured out, and it's on the way here. Should be here by Jeep Camp, so that's awesome. The add-a-leaf and everything like that went great. I mean, we really cranked out a lot of stuff in those 4 days, from synergy ball joints, wheel bearings, the steering setup, the add-a-leaf, springs, rebump stopped it. We really did a lot, and I cannot thank Denver and Chris enough for all your help that you've been this whole process. Mainly Denver. He was there grinding it out with me till 4:40 in the morning. On top of that, we had the chance to pre-run Jake with a couple guys from out of state, and I had an awesome time. I think they did too, and I hope the rest of their trip down here goes awesome. So the next video you guys see might be a little late, but that's because Jeep Camp is next week. So we will be grinding it out with all of our club members, guiding people through the Black Hills, and every year is an absolute blast, and I love it. I'm just hoping that my shoulder and my back is healed by then, because right now it's killing me just to hold this camera. I'm gonna go ahead and crank out dinner. I'm gonna relax a little bit, and I'm gonna spend the next week trying to rest my body. I really gotta be ready for this. And right now I am in a whole lot of pain. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe. That way you don't miss the epicness that is Jeep Camp. You already know the drill. Get on out there and keep on Jeeping on. probably best to just pull the dip, huh?